My name is John Andrew McCormick. I would like you to know a little bit about my life. It started when I was born in 1842, in Tipperary, Ireland. This photo of me was taken in about 1902. It comes from a composite of 5 photos taken the same day. My father Daniel Cormack, later McCormick, was born in 1816, in Gortnahoe, Ireland, and my mother Mary Farrell was born in 1804, in Commons, Ireland. In about 1853, when I was 11, my family emigrated from Ireland to Chicago, to the area of what is now downtown Chicago, onto what is now land owned by the University of Chicago. There my father, Daniel, roped cattle on a farm. I had 7 brothers and sisters: Patrick, Julia, Thomas, Margaret, Catherine, Mary Ann, and Nellie, or Ellen. All were born in Ireland. When I was 16, most of my family moved west of Chicago to a farm near Paw Paw, Illinois in 1858. My siblings Patrick and Julia had been married in 1857 before we moved. Julia and her husband had moved to Texas sometime between 1857 and 1859. In 1859, at the request of my father, I went to Texas to look for my sister, Julia, Jude, McCormick, who had married a Michael Handrahan in Chicago. But after the Civil War broke out in Texas, I fled back home from Texas to Illinois, having not found my sister, Julia, or her 2 children. The Confederate Army had scripted me into that army, so I deserted and fled north. On August 16, 1862, I enlisted for the Civil War at Dixon, Illinois. I was 20 and a farmer when my older brother, Thomas, and I joined the 105th Illinois Volunteer Infantry Regiment, which mustered into federal service on September 2, 1862. The roster of Company E reflects that I was 5 feet 6 and 1/2 inches tall, had dark hair and dark eyes. Dark blue. When I mustered out on June 7, 1865, I already suffered from hemorrhoids, a numb left side, and a problem right ankle. Following my service in the Army as a forager, I worked at farming for more than 4 years before marrying the beautiful Julia Cargon. I married the love of my life on April 24, 1870 at age 27, in Aurora. That was one of the happiest moments of my life. She was born in 1845, in Ireland. Julia Cargon was 24 years old when we married, 3 years younger than me. We purchased a farm adjacent to my parents' farm, near what is now Leland Road. In 1871, word was received that the CB&Q Railroad was coming to Shabbona, so I built the first hotel in the village in 1872, where I worked and lived with my family. We were all living in the hotel. In 1877 my hotel in Shabbona was heavily damaged by fire. Thanks to an insurance policy, a second hotel was built, and a house was built nearby where our family lived. That house still stands today. I also dealt in livestock as well as the hotel operations. Julia and I had 9 daughters: Mary, Nellie, Teresa, Evelyn, Lucy, Catherine, Martha, Julia and Rosella. Their mother died in childbirth, giving birth to Rosella in 1889. Only 5 of our daughters lived to be adults. They were Lizzie, Evelyn, Kitty, Maddie, and Julia. All our daughters were born in DeKalb County, Illinois, but the first 4 were born on our farm near Leland Road before we moved to town, in 1877. Julia and I had 10 grandchildren. We had Julia, Catherine, Dorothy, Richard and James from our daughter Catherine, or Kitty. From our daughter Martha, or Maddie, we had Joseph Patrick, Robert John, Victor Arthur, Barbara Jean and Martha Claire. From these grandchildren we had 23 great-grandchildren and many great-great-grandchildren. I was a charter member of the Grand Army of the Republic, the GAR, after the Civil War until my death. I lived to the good old age of 78, and died in 1921, just after World War I. I'm so glad I got to share some details of my life with you. Thanks so much for watching. Goodbye to you all.